Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Roger with Grievous Games Unlimited, the creator of Dungeon Crusade, and I greatly welcome everyone. How are you doing? And I'm going to start with saying I am very elated and I'm in a fantastic mood because you kind of saw 48, well, a little less than 48 hours now. The Pledge Manager is closing. Dungeon Crusade is scheduled on the manufacturer's schedule to be printed. The printing process to start this Monday. So I wanted to get in here with you guys. Of course, I was trying to get here days ago. It has been a firestorm with this game. It is just so many nice comments, messages, emails, and people jumping in on it. It has been just hours and hours of just working on that. So, of course, very grateful. It's just a lot of work, very hectic. But I love hanging out with you guys and just relaxing a bit and that. So, first off, before we get started, new subscribers. We saw there were some new subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, your interest. I hope that you're doing good, staying safe. So it's very nice that you're here with us. And I hope you're enjoying all this Dungeon Crusade chaos and you're learning more about the game and getting acclimated to it. So it's nice that you're here. And of course, everyone, if you have not subscribed, feel free to subscribe and welcome. Everyone's welcome in the house of Dungeon Crusade and Grievous Games Unlimited. So as I said, it's been very busy, but I want to just I want to get to the good stuff because there's a surprise, and I think you're going to love this. I am very fired up and excited for this, and it has to deal with this. Now, this is the rough draft. This new Dungeon Crusade logo ties in with the surprise. This was created by the amazing artist David Shear, and we'll get to that. We're going to be spotlighting David here, and we're going to talk about that. But I wanted to let you know kind of what's, you know me. I always want to keep you guys in the loop. And if I don't feel right because I got to get in here quick and, talk to you guys. Again, I wanted to get in here a few days ago. So kind of backtracking a bit, we were waiting on the manufacturer, our awesome project manager, Drick, and the designer there. We're putting together the scenario book template and the rule book template. We have that, don't worry. It's all done. We got it days ago. And we went over it. Everything's looking great. I'm going to hurry up and show you, too, the scenario book. It's not much. It's just it's one template, but, so I'll show you that. Also, this past week, we were going over some of the fine points in the game, and I just switched it. That's the 48-hour poster that we've been posting. But I've been on the phone with the manufacturer, and I'm going to bed at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and getting up at 11. Thank God the game's almost done. I want to take a small break and get my sleeping pattern back. But I'm right there with them to get this thing done, help them, and make sure everything is accurate. We were going over a few things in the game, such as if you saw the Adventures of Bravely the Knights, that's a House of Chance game, the little dungeon romp game, dungeon crawl game. We had to get clarification on the hole that had to be drilled for it. And I'll actually load it up if you want to see a picture of that in a second. But there's a red plastic spinner that needs to get plugged into that. So I guess the engineers were asking Drick to ask me about it, and I just said basically right in the dead center. And so they had to make calculations on that. Plastic clips for the hero cards, the D3 dice. So it's like little things, and it's very understandable because we're going into mass production. We want this stuff accurate. I want it accurate for you. And I think I'm OCD about this game. This has to be perfect. So that's kind of what's been going on, and just trying to get back to people. But again, it's nice to be here with you to go over some of this stuff and the big surprise I have and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at this one template for the scenario book for the game. But before that, I loaded up real quick what I was talking about. This is the adventures of Bravely the Knight. And out of all the House of Chance games, designing it, this was really my favorite. I love all of them, but this one was just, I love dungeon crawl games. So this is like a retro-inspired dungeon crawl game where you have to take Bravely. Basically, you put 500 gold into the machine. I gave Damien my Malady, and I think we talked about him before. He's another just amazing artist, and he worked on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt back in 2015 or when they were developing it. So he painted this, the final version, and I asked him to make it like an arcade machine, like an 80s arcade machine. So he put 500 gold into the machine. That gives Bravely 10 health, and then this, you do this on Celebration Day. If this game shows up in the House of Chance, and you have to take Bravely, you have to choose one way or another, and he has to go through here, and he spins the spinner, which I'll pop in there. And so, you can get gold. You're going to do little battles here. There's a portal, so there's all spikes. There's a health potion, magic sword. So the thing is, when Bravely goes around, he automatically stops, and you could have him leave the dungeon, and you get all of the gold he accumulated, and you could spend it in the village, or you could go around again, or you can go either way. So you always have that option to exit or go around again. So that's a little bit of that. But what we were discussing is right underneath here, and drilling this hole, because this plastic spinner, when you get it, you're going to have to assemble it, which it's just you put the base on the bottom, push it through the hole they're going to drill, and then you snap the spinner, and you put the spinner on top of that. You just snap it in. So they needed clarification on that, and for the other stuff I said. But I thought if you have not seen this game, now you've seen this game, The Adventures of Bravely the Knight. And if you type in or look on the videos, I did a demo of this game a while back, but you can see how it plays, and you can play this as a standalone, and you can hear how I almost threw the dice across the room and hit the wall. I'll leave that for you. So that's kind of what we were discussing with this game. Okay, so now let's take a look at this template real quick. So it's not really much. There's 10 scenarios in the game, and it's spread out. I wrote 60 unique quests. So 6 quest cards rather, or 6 quests go with each scenario for a total of course, 60. So that's kind of like what that template looks like there. There's a little advanced setup, a couple rules for that. So that is the scenario book. That's how that looks. So let's go over now. I'm trying to think, what should we go over? How about we go back to this, and okay, forgive me, I had to think for a second how we're going to do this, but now I know. So let's just I'd kind of like to share with you what David Shear created for the card backings. He did all the card backings except the special ability cards. Dean Spencer did those, but David Shear did everything else, and it kind of ties in what we're the surprise and what we're talking about with this new kind of Dungeon Crusade logo. So that's David's design. So real quick, let's go over some of these card backings. And again, I hope you like seeing this. I like hanging out with you and showing you stuff. My idea for the monster cards, there's minions, champions, and guardians. So I told David I wanted each one to look more evil than the next. So minions go from level 1 to 3. So there's the minion card backing, and there's the champion card backing, and notice how it's starting to look more wicked. And champion monsters go from level 1 to level 4. And then finally, guardians. And that's just all out wicked and evil. And David just did, I mean, look at those card backings. It's just incredible. And guardians, of course, go from level 1 to 4. So minion, champion, guardian. Treasure chest deck. You know, I've always said that treasure chest deck in Dungeon Crusade, or the system, is risk and reward. So when I told David that, he came up with this idea where, you know, you got some gold here on the floor, but then there's this arm, you know, here, and this skull with the helmet. So in that kind of, you know, risk and reward, you know, he created that. I gave him just some very light ideas for the trap card backing, and just, you know, the surprised look on this knight's face when he sees this. My idea was this was like popping out of the wall at him. So that's the trap card backing. And this is the tavern task. These are, of course, the optional quests your heroes can do. But this is what I wanted to point out and what David pointed out. And this is why he really gets into his work. Notice like these little fire embers here, or, you know, whatever, like this is here. That's like kind of like he put actually that touch and made mention of it. And then look at this, like this jolly guy in the back with this huge mug of ale. And he, you know, that's just, I just thought that was a really nice touch, and David had pointed that out. Then you got this guy like smoking a pipe. So that's kind of like David's style. It just, you know, he really, really gets into whatever he's designing. Loot card, I give him all the credit for this. We talked for days, what will the loot cards look like for the game? So he said, give me, you know, a common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and underworld artifact. And so he created that with that in mind, where, you know, common's not that, you know, good, uncommon's looking better, so on and so forth. So he gets full credit for that. I thought that was a great design. And then a skull and coins in the middle. The encounter card backing. Here's a secret room deck. And he mentioned, this is, again, like David's touch. See this book here that's like kind of pulled out? He said that's kind of like the thing to trigger the secret door. Very awesome. Mining cards for the mining system in the game. There's the thing for Celebration Day. Oh, and this is the full bleed of the card. So please forgive that. That's, you know, that's going to be cut off when they cut the cards. So that you're seeing, like, you know, the actual stuff here. So that's a Celebration Day card. And then finally, you know, you can get blessings in the game. And that's what he came up with for the blessing cards. So there you go, all the card backings for Dungeon Crusade. Now again, I hope you enjoyed, you know, seeing those. So now we're going to get into kind of what's going on and a little more in depth of, you know, so what steps, what you're going to be seeing, and with the game being printed. Okay, I loaded this screen up, and we are going to go over kind of what's going on to get you in the loop, and you know, what's this going on right now with the game. And again, I hope that you enjoyed seeing all the card backings. You know, I really like just spending time with you guys, relaxing, and showing you what I can. So I hope you enjoyed that. So let me get this on the screen so we can discuss what's going on. Perfect. So as I said, the 48-hour notice has been out. And again, I apologize for not getting here a little bit sooner with that. So right now it's May 30th. It will be, the Pledge Manager will be up all day Saturday night into the wee hours, and then the support team manager at Pledge Manager will be shutting that down Sunday. I don't know when. It will probably be before evening, because when they shut that down, we have it set up for them to send us the final totals that we need to send to the manufacturer, because remember, the manufacturer is 12 hours ahead of us. They're going to have the totals so they can begin printing on Monday. So make no mistake, this Pledge Manager is closing. Saturday, you'll have all day with it. Sunday, I can't tell you when. Maybe early afternoon they're going to shut it. Morning, I don't know. So I wanted to let you know that. So that's kind of what's going on. 48-hour notice is in effect. Pledge manager is definitely shutting down. The manufacturer has Dungeon Crusade scheduled for printing this Monday. I've told you that. It's set up. They have it on their schedule, and it means this is happening. So we can look forward to that. Also, in regards to that, there's going to be a new playlist for showing you photos and videos of the game as it's being printed. I asked our project manager there if she would mind please taking some videos, some pictures, and of course she said that would be no problem. So I'll be creating a new playlist for you guys so I could keep you updated, and I think you'd like to see that. You can see the game being printed, and hopefully maybe some stuff like with them putting everything together. I thought that would be cool. I will ask, but whatever I can do, we will be, I'll do for you. And then finally, this weekend, well, starting tomorrow, I'll be working on the monthly Dungeon Crusade Kickstarter update, of course, to dispatch and tell everyone the great news of what's going on. And something we're going to talk about this logo. So that's kind of what's going on right now, and it's not much, but it's important stuff. So I hope you enjoyed hearing all that. Okay, so we're going to turn this screen off right now, and because we're going to be using the other side of the screen, and this is the surprise I have for you. And I am really fired up, excited. I've been excited for this for a while now, and I'm very happy to share this with you. So this logo here is a rough logo that David made, and a long time ago this was going to be used for Dungeon Crusade, like Book 1 Genesis of Evil, and we put it on the back burner. The final logo for what I'm about to tell you is going to be debuted in the Kickstarter update, and it's going to be discussed, what I'm about to tell you. So this is not, even though this looks awesome, he has sent me the final logo. I have it, and my jaw hit the floor when I saw it. It's mind-blowing. It's incredible. What this new logo is going to be is, someone wants to do a drum roll, go ahead. There's a new game I'm developing, and I want to say first, no, it's not Project Raven as we're calling it right now. That's going to be a very revolutionary game. That's going to take a little time to make, and it's not the expansion for Dungeon Crusade. We want to get Dungeon Crusade out there, have people playing it, and of course hear feedback, what you guys would want. As I always said, it's a cooperation. When you approach the Kickstarter platform to work together for some stuff you'd like to see. So it's not that. What is this game? This new game is based in Avalon, and we'll zoom in on Avalon. I already know the location. I have to keep that a secret, but somewhere here in Avalon this game will be based. And again, I'm just excited talking to you guys about it. And we're going to get into some of the features. So somewhere here in Avalon, this game is going to take place. This is solo only. You can't play this co-op. I wanted to do a game. You know me, I'm a diehard soloist gamer. I wanted to do something for the soloist gamer, kind of a love letter kind of thing. So you can only play this solo, and when you see what this is, it's very, very cool. There will be a Create a Hero packages. As you know, it's not our job to create the heroes. That's your guys' job. Create a Hero packages will be free for this. There won't be that many heroes, I'll say, in this game, and it'll lead into why there's not. But we will be offering that to you free of charge. Expect to see different kind of heroes in this game. I'll leave it at that. This game is nowhere near the size of Dungeon Crusade. Or as they say in Bangladesh, this game is nowhere near the size of Dungeon Crusade. This is a small to medium-sized game, and I want to do that. I don't want to, we just came off this huge epic giant Dungeon Crusade, Book 1, Genesis of Evil. So this is going to be a very small, medium-sized game. It's going to be very rich with some content, though. There's going to be a lot of stuff in it. And leading into that, one of the things is monsters and creatures from Book 1, Genesis of Evil, will appear in this game, along with new ones. So Freddy Lopez, I'm sure he has a lot of creations. You're going to be seeing a lot of new monsters brought into this game, but a lot of kind of your, what can I say, old favorites. A lot of monsters are going to be in this game to give you variety. So they will be coming back in. Also, I'm going to be using some of the art assets from Dungeon Crusade, incorporating it into this new game. So there's going to be some familiarity to it, but it's just going to blend some of that in new, unique ways. What else here? Oh, fairly innovative and heavy use of strategy and tactics. So I don't want to get too much into that, but you'll see what that means when we do debut it. I want to kind of go back to this too, what I said about creatures from Dungeon Crusade appearing. This game is not going to be, again, not very huge, small to medium size, and for what I'm planning for this, or the formula, it's going to be very focused, and it's going to get done pretty quick. I don't think it's going to take very long to make what I'm envisioning and what I've been putting together and rolling dice and creating stuff. This is going to go pretty rapidly. The rule book is only going to be about 10 to 12 pages. This is not, this is not going to be complex at all. I could actually tell you right now in 10 seconds what this game is, and I think that people would love what this is going to be. So please know, you're going to be able to get into this game very easily, very quickly. This is not going to be complex, but it's going to use, heavy use of strategy and tactics in this game. And again, before I forget, I want to address a lot of problems or issues that people have with games. So, setup time, length, all that. So this is a very focused game, and again, I'm just very excited for it. Lastly here, unlimited replayability. You know me and replayability. When you see what this game is and how it's played, you'll never see the same game twice. I think with Groovis Games Unlimited, that's just going to be something with us. If it's not replayable, we won't make it. It's just that's it. So I was very happy to tell you guys this, and David Shearer, of course, Freddy Lopez, and some others will be in on this. And again, I don't think this will take that long for what type of game this is going to be, but I think it's going to give people hours and hours of fun and exciting times in another aspect of the land of Avalon. So there's one location here where this is going to take place, this new game. And so, I don't know, kind of like a spin-off of Dungeon Crusade, if you will. So there you go. And the new logo, so take a look in the Kickstarter update for the debut of this logo for this new game. And guys, that's going to wrap it up for this update. So, like I said, the game's going to be printed starting Monday. You can expect updates, but I want to get back in here because we have to still do the hero cards. I want to go over that with you. So the Spotlight series is going to continue. I don't think we're going to do any more updates in this playlist because I'm going to create the playlist for, showing you the game. So we're going to get back on track and, show the hero cards, and we're going to go over the loot. So this is still going to be ongoing for you. I feel that, I think you'll enjoy that while we wait for the game. So you'll still be getting content through this. Okay, guys, that's it. I love talking to you guys. Love you guys. Please take care. Be safe. And we're going to wait for Dungeon Crusade. And look, we'll make this flash. I'd like to say I made that animate on its own, but you can probably hear my mouse clicking to make it to make it flash. But yeah, 48 hours left. Sunday, it's closed. Okay, everyone, I'm going to stop doing that 'cause that's annoying. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and I just look forward to talking to you. New game we're working on, and I love you guys. Stay tuned for more stuff with Dungeon Crusade. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.